one of the things that I've noticed over the years is that we have had teams who, if they have great safeties, they have put at least us in conflict. And I'm going to show you. So, questions we had to address. What had hurt us in the past? Okay, what were things that were hurting us? And we were noticing it was when they had those top dog type safeties that were at 7 yards, and they had enough athletic ability to cover our backs out in passes and the play action and real discipline. How can we put those safeties and those defenses and the ends and the force defenders in conflict? How can we gain players at the point of attack, utilizing formations, getting guys out of the box and different things? And how can we set safeties up for failure or the force defender up for failure? Because at the end of the day, we had to defeat that force defender. So here's the first place that we started. We started with formations. Okay, we talked about this in my last series. We utilize a variety of different formations. Number one, to get guys out of the box or to get multiple guys at the point of attack. We snap the ball under 4 seconds. Usually we're snapping the ball in in less than 3 seconds. And we knew that even though it might be a tell on film, if you're breaking this down on huddle, hey, they're in this formation, here comes this play. A 16, 18-year-old has less than 4 seconds to not only get aligned correctly, make the correct strength call, make the right coverage call, but on top of that, to see a tell, we just didn't think that was realistic. And so we didn't feel like those tells were really that big of a problem for us because of how fast we snapped the football. We wanted to be able to run multiple plays and similar plays out of those formations. We wanted to have our bread and butter base plays, our counters that come off it, our play action, our screen game that comes off it. We wanted to utilize and invent our version, the wing tees version of the RPO. You know, how can we get safeties blocked without even having to block them, right? And here's why. So here we are. These are two 12-0 teams. We're 12-0, and this team's 12-0. This is Central Catholic out of Stockton, who is now a Division I playoff contender, and for a lot of reasons. But here we're running belly out of a double wing set. And as you can tell by our base blocking, we moved the point of attack, but look who's right there. The safety is already downhill and is already right there making a play for a 1 to 2 yard gain. And just by the safety's alignment, even though this kid was really quick in terms of, we call it placer fast. These guys were placer fast. So for us, that's fast. For some other teams, it's, above average, but for these two guys were placer fast. Okay. But sorry about that. But for us, we wanted to make sure that we had to put this guy in cover, because look right here, safety makes a play, corner makes a play. Okay. I'm going to have to reject this call. Apologize. Take that off. Okay. So that is the reason why we had to do that. We were finding ourselves in these big games where these safeties were making plays right on the line of scrimmage. So we wanted to run some formations that gained numbers and gave us an advantage, and running multiple plays out of it that traditionally wasn't traditional to the wing team. So because of that, it changed the way that we run belly, down, buck sweep, and jet. Now, we still run it out of the traditional way, but here we are. This is just a standard wing T formation. We got a trips look, we got an X, we got a slot, and right here is our guy that we are reading. This is a force defender. This is a 4-4 team, okay? Free safety is centered between both number ones, so we really felt like we had 2-on-2 here. We like the matchup. We're running belly at the point of attack. I'm not sure what this kid's doing. He screwed up. He should have been inside step leading, okay? For some reason, he steps out. But right here, we're in a belly up front. We throw the bubble behind the line of scrimmage, turns into a 10, 15-yard game. Okay, so once again, utilizing the RPO game. All right, formations. All right, how can we get this safety block? A lot of times, we don't count the corners in what we're doing. Now, tackle, which are more rare. Most teams' corners don't want to mix it up. But this is in the state title game. We're playing Crenshaw. And this safety could probably run to the line of scrimmage back and then come back again and still tackle us in terms of speed. Okay, joking aside. But we wanted to get a kid at the point of attack there, so our left halfback is there. gets to the safety, allows us to get a few extra yards. So we're utilizing players at the point of attack. So other ways that we did this, we wanted to utilize our play action pass game. So safeties are come downhill. They're at 7 yards. You saw that in that film. How could we set up plays with our runner using our spotters, guys up in the box, or nowadays we just have the tablet that we're looking at in between series. We needed to attack those safeties early and often. So we wanted to utilize our play action pass game. So here we go. We've been running the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corner here. There's a safety here and another corner here. They are not respecting our passing game. Now, there's times and there are seasons, at least for us, where we really have to doll things up to get our one playmaker the ball. We've had those years at Placer High School. You know, we're a foothill football team. We don't always get playmakers up here. So we have to get very creative. And in fact, the play before this is a team that was way more talented. But I mean, look at all these guys. And look at my backs. These guys look like they, spent a lot of time at McDonald's because they did. All right. So I had to find a way to get this one kid the ball. And so, it doesn't always look sexy. This guy's supposed to be coming here, kicking the force defender. Just get your one guy the ball in space and let him go be him and make the one move. And once again, 8-10 yard gain. Doesn't have to be all that cute, but it's finding ways to get guys and put those guys in conflict and getting your playmakers the ball. Okay, right here, clearly they were thinking run. We run our post corner, so a single man route, putting the safeties in conflict. Okay, so here we are. We got a beat that they were putting their strong safety or their rover to our X. So we went X to this side. So now if you look and you count numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 1, 2.5. We got the fake. We got a third guy coming. We felt like we had good numbers. 4 with the back. Right to there, we get it blocked and overset. Once again, manipulating defensive formations or defense alignments with formation. Teams versus us traditionally have aligned to a certain player, a certain, either the wide side of the field, short side of the field, to the tight end side. So once you get a beat on that, how do you utilize your formations to still run all of your base plays to put the defense in extreme conflict? Okay, now we've ran that. Okay, we've seen that the safeties, if you watch right here, watch behind this ref right here. You can see the shadow. That's the safety coming. Right there, this is belly sweep pass. We sell run. This is the key. If you look up front, you look from the faking. If you look at everything besides the quarterback's mesh wasn't great. It didn't need to be. But if you look across the board there, okay, we are setting up that before, and he's just a little bit open. Okay, it's another version of belly sweep pass. In my opinion, if you watch this tight end, he does a phenomenal job. This right here does not look like a pass play. It doesn't look like a pass play up front. And this is the NorCal championship game. This kid back here does a phenomenal job of not falling for the bait. But we still almost made the play, but they had it covered. Okay, so here's another version of this. This is just our play action pass game. So, all right, this guy's coming downhill. He's thinking run all the way. We've been running the football. You got your play action. Yeah, this is an inside backer that tries to cover our tight end. It almost does. That kid ended up playing college on Saturdays, but still utilizing the play action pass play to put the safeties in conflict. Because when you see a safety doing this, I mean, he's got the oh crap look right there. Oh crap. When you are seeing that, you've got to have answers, and you've got to be willing to take those not risks, but you got to be willing to attack those guys early and often, put them in conflict.